In the great forest, a strange, intense heat wave had settled in, making all the animals anxious and restless. Right in the middle of a clearing, a sleek fox named Finnegan was putting on a show. He leaped over logs and sprinted in circles, a blur of orange fur. "Look at me," Finnegan barked, his tail wagging furiously. "I am the peak of perfection. I move faster than the wind, and my tongue is sharper than any thorn." Watching him from a nearby stump were Pip the squabble and an old tortoise named Barnaby. Barnaby's shell was cracked and covered in moss, and he moved so slowly he seemed almost part of the landscape. Finnegan stopped, panting in the heat. "He looks defective, doesn't he?" he mocked, gesturing towards Barnaby. Bent, slow, and silent. "How can you rule your patch of the woods when you can barely move or speak?" Barnaby blinked slowly, his voice like rustling leaves. "The most perfect thing seems defective," he whispered. "Yet its function never fails. The fullest vessel seems empty, yet it never runs dry." Finnegan just laughed, but the sun was making him irritable. "I have to keep moving. I have to beat this heat with my speed." He dashed towards the river, splashing and shouting, but the more he fought the temperature, the hotter and more exhausted he became. Pip looked over at Barnaby. The old tortoise had simply tucked his head and legs into his cool, shady shell, becoming perfectly still. He wasn't fighting the heat at all. He was surrendering to his own internal coolness. From the shadow of his shell, Barnaby said, "Calmness vanquishes agitation. Coldness conquers hotness." As the afternoon sun reached its peak, Finnegan collapsed, completely drained by his own frantic energy. Meanwhile, Barnaby remained cool and refreshed. His slow, deliberate movements had conserved all his energy. Pip the squirrel finally understood. The straightest path can look crooked to those who are frantic, and the most agile soul is the one that knows when to be still. "Tranquility," Pip whispered, feeling his own heart slow down. "That is what truly rules the world." The fable is based on Chapter 45 of Tao Te Ching.